Hey babes, so I am going to be changing things up just a little bit. I will explain at the very end why things changed, but some of it will look a little funky, so just bear with me, come along for the ride. Things changed. I am human. Here's the video. Welcome back to It's Lady J. I'm Lady J. Today what we're going to end up doing is I'm going to be putting myself kind of picture in picture, and I'm going to put together a Excel spreadsheet of what inventory I already have, how much I'm pricing it all at, and then I'm gonna decide how much more I want to make of each thing so that we can figure out in these last 10 days before my market what I need to make. I don't want to get too overly ambitious. I don't want to put too much on myself, but I definitely do want to have enough so that, like, I don't expect to sell out. It's not an expectation that I have, but I do want so that when I do walk away from the market, I do still have somewhat of an inventory, so that if I decide that weekend that I want to do another market, or I want to do another market, you know, not too far from there, I'm not setting myself too far behind. So we're going to go over what I have of what, also kind of come up with a totals amount, I guess that's what you would call it. Not exactly sure. Pretty much just like how much I have in inventory. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump right into that. This next part is what's going to look super jump cutty. Just bear with me. I promise. Just have fun. A rainbow fish, 20. So we have some beanies. These are also going to go for 20. So we have 9 beanies. I have 3 bees. I'm gonna say they're gonna go for 7. I have some chickens. So we have 5 little chickens at $5. I have a little lion. I also price him at 7. A whale, 10. Washcloths, 5 a piece. I have a total of 13 of these. Some bandanas. I'm gonna sell these for 12. So I have 5 of these. I have some little octopuses. I have 15. These are gonna be 5. These little tiny turtles. I say these are also 5. This was a pattern that I created myself. I call them the wee little pigs. You have the pattern posted on my Etsy. I have 4 of these. So we're gonna price these at 10. The next thing that we have is a loaf cat. 2 of them. These are also gonna be 10. I have a Bulbasaur. So he is gonna go for 25. A Brontosaur. He's gonna go for 20. I have some AirPod cases. These are going to be $5. I have 5 of them. And then next we have some soap saver bags. 7 of these. I think I'm going to price these at 5 as well. So we have medium turts. I have 4 of them. These are going to go for 7. I have these derpy ducks. They're going to go for 5. I have 11 of these. So I have these tiny little chicken keychains, and then I have some butterflies, 5 of them in total. These are also gonna go for $5. Next thing is I have lanyards. They're gonna go for 10. I have 3 of them. I have some scrunchies. These are gonna go for $3. 14. So I have some market bags. I go for 30. 15 of those. I have some Stella tops. So these are also going to be 35. 4 of those at the moment. And then I have a little Grace halter top. I have 2 of those made. These are going to be 40. And then I have 1 hexa cardigan. That's going to be 80. My inventory total is $1,628. Hey y'all, so it's the next day. I just got up. It is 10 till 3 in the afternoon, but again, we're not going to talk about that. I decided last night, so I made 7 scrunchies, which should have taken care of what I needed to make, right? But I went back and I looked at my scrunchies and I was like, these aren't really acceptable. I don't like how the acrylic yarn looks in scrunchie form. I made some of these when I first started out, and I really don't feel comfortable selling these, so I'm not going to. I'll probably just like keep them here for like hand them out as like if someone comes over and they need a scrunchie or whatever. So I love these. This Bloom yarn from Premier is amazing. I got, I think, 2 skeins of it, 3 skeins of it maybe. And I think I used part of it for some amigurumi, and then the rest of it pretty much went to making scrunchies. We have 6 here. I don't know how much actually comes out of a skein because I didn't have a full one. And then I have some of these blanket yarn ones, which, you know, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the way that the blanket yarn made scrunchies, but I really actually do. I think they're fun. The blanket yarn that I have, it's a lot of like really cute colors. This one was out of scrap yarn. The pink, or the middle is pink, and then the outside is green because that's all I had enough of each color. And then I have a rainbow one. So our scrunchie count is now 11 instead of 14, but I think that that's okay because that just means that we're going to have higher quality scrunchies, and I might raise the price just a bit, maybe like $1.50. So there's that. I worked on that for quite a bit last night. I even had to take one of the scrunchies apart and put it back together because it didn't look right. I did start a Stella top. I didn't get very far. I ended up, my wife, who had gone to bed really early, ended up getting up really early. Early for her, late for me. So I ended up spending the majority of my time with her before I went to bed. So we are up for today. I have my protein granola bar. I have my protein coffee. And we are ready to get into it. So I have plans to watch. I've never seen the original Scream movie. Yes, I know. Hold. So I'm going to watch that today while I start working, because I keep seeing edits for it on TikTok, and I'm just like, that's a movie I want to watch. I love Matthew Lillard. So we're going to do that today. We're going to start off with that. I may check it back in later. I may check back in tomorrow. We'll see. But, yeah. So, hey, y'all. So, it is actually 1:30 in the morning now. As you can see, I did give myself a haircut earlier. So, what I got done today, I ended up finding a scrunchie that I had already made. So, our count before I started working on them today ended up at 12. And then I made 5 more. I really like this, I made my stepmom, like a rooster out of this, and then I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the rest of it, but I really like how it looks in a scrunchie. And then this one, I hated these colors, but then once I put them in this, I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cute. So there's that. And then that top that I was working on, I did finish it, but, I tried it on because it came out to be a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be. And then I also did the back a little different. So normally I would just make 2 straps that would just tie separately. But I made this to corset. And I was like, you know what? This fits me really well. I think it looks really good. So I decided to keep this one. I've only kept 2 other tops that I've ever made myself. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a little bit selfish. I'm going to keep this one. I know that I'm prepping for a market, but we're also going to Disney next month, and I thought that this would be really cute to wear since I do live in Florida and it is hot out. So that is what I got done today. My hands are kind of sore. I should probably go ahead and take a break for the night. I might play some video games. I might plan out what I want to do tomorrow. But yeah, so that's what we got done today. It's officially the 21st, which means that we have 8 more days until my market. So I think we're doing good. I think we're sitting in a good place. As I've said before, if I were to leave tomorrow to go do the market, I would feel comfortable with what I have. So we are in good shape and looking cute in new tops. So I might need to make a couple adjustments. I will check back in tomorrow with what I plan to do for the day. But other than that, I completely forgot. So I ended up putting on the movie Scream. I Loved it. I can see why it's an instant classic. And my wife came home as I was finishing up the movie, and she was like, so we're going to watch Scream 2, right? We're going to watch the second one, right? She loves them. So I was like, yeah, sure. Scream 2 was kind of trash. I didn't like it. And then she was like, the third one? And I'm like, no, I've had enough for today. We can watch the third one later. But yeah, so I'm now a person that has seen Scream. I love it. So yeah, I'm part of the club now. I'm part of the cool kids. Hey y'all, so I just got done editing the rest of this video. I changed my mind on making more products. I am going to be taking it easy the next week, kind of getting the background stuff done instead. I'm still going to be making things. I'm not requiring myself to make things. I definitely need to take it a little easy mentally, because if I do let myself get riled up beforehand, there is a chance that I could be just really overwhelmed and really burnt out by the time that the market rolls around. It's 3:30 in the morning. I almost want to start a countdown, which, I mean, I guess I could, but that might just stress myself out. If you hear some whirring in the background, I have the 3D printer going to make myself some stands for my table, which is pretty cool. I'm really excited for that. But I have some like little paper inserts that I want to put into bags. I have stuff coming in for the day of the market. I need to go buy a few more things. Not big things, but like I need to buy dowel rods. There's a few things that I want to 3D print. But other than that, yeah, so pretty much where we're at inventory wise, we're gonna stop where we're at. My market is in a week and I'm kind of excited, nervous. But yeah, we got this. I have a goal. I would really like to make at least 400, if not more, but we'll see. I told my wife that was my goal, and she kind of looked at me like, But that's mostly because the first market that I did, I made $100, which covered half of the vendor fee, but that was also like a really low foot traffic market that night. So hopefully this one's better, but we will see. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm gonna get this one out, and then I will probably not post another video. I'm gonna try to check in throughout the week, kind of like update on what I'm doing in the background. But I probably won't put another video out until Saturday after the market. So I guess I will be seeing you guys then. Stay safe out there, y'all. And I love y'all. Bye, babes.